I didn't think this character would be fun because they kind of gave away all the key elements that he had in Tekken 7 to everybody else in Tekken 8. But right now, I'm enjoying him because he fills a void that was left by Brian and Paul for me, which was this character that can be played from mid-range, be very annoying, not allow people to get in. And I can do that with this kick here, this one from very far. And by the way, this kick has a lot of range, which is very useful for this game when it comes to dealing with approaching tools. Because with Heihachi, I feel like if you don't play from exactly here, if you space it too much, then you basically cannot deal with approach attacks at all. But with Fakulam, I can use this, and I've been landing quite some counter hits with this too. I still don't have the muscle memory to follow up with something, but it feels like very rewarding to use for that purpose. So he has a lot of tools to play very lame from mid-range, and that's what I like about him at the moment. Maybe this is not going to be the optimal play style for him. It's likely that it's gonna evolve into just throwing out buttons that go into several follow-ups, and also doing the new cancel, the forward one, this one that goes into full crouch. That seems like it's going to be the best way to apply pressure with him and go in. But so far I'm having fun just being lame and playing from far away. But there are other stuff that makes him quite fun. Another is the combo execution, because despite not being like very flexible at the moment, the blue sparks are super fun to land. So he has several little tricks, little execution tricks for his combos. This one here, it's about like doing it quickly, I think. And this string here is about timing the last kick, because this input is 3-4-4. And if you delay the last 4, you get the blue spark like that. And that also changes a little bit the air time of that tail spin. So you're able to do slightly longer combos if you land those blue sparks. So you can do stuff like the knee into the blue spark, dash into blue spark again, dash into the tornado. That's super satisfying. And you get like a massive reward damage-wise in your combos, not only wall carry but also the damage difference between doing something super simple to doing that is actually pretty good. So his execution is super fun. Another thing that I like a lot is punishments, because a lot of people get used to just spamming certain buttons because basically no one else can launch Punisher for that. It's just gonna be a slap on the wrist. But with Fakuram, he has this tool here. It reaches from super far away, so if you block Jack's Atlas Hammer, it's likely to, you know, punish that. There's a certain range where it still like doesn't work, but even then you still have a tool like this one here, the jumping knee. This heat engager is not like very strong, even on heat dash it doesn't deal a lot, but it just feels like very nice having tools to punish all of these things more easily. And this is all stuff that people get away with a lot. That's something that I enjoyed in Street Fighter V when I played Sakura, because she had this low kick that was super fast, and stuff like Honda's headbutt or Balrog's straight punch, people would just spam it without thinking about spacing, because most characters wouldn't be able to reliably punish that. But with Sakura, it was so satisfying. Like, they would throw it out thinking that, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do my same game plan without thinking over and over again. Bang, I'll punish with that kick. It was so satisfying. So that same feeling is present here with Fakuram. He also has this button here, which I think is weaker than Tekken 7's version. It deals less damage, right? But it makes sense because this is 14 frames fast. So they made it like weaker damage-wise and also safer on block, so we can attempt to use this a little bit more for whiff punishments, which is very satisfying. You see something happen on the screen and you're far away, they think that they're gonna get away with that whiff, bang, this button reaches. So that's very satisfying. And the last thing I really like about him is that, one, the guard break now feels like earned in comparison to Tekken 7, because in Tekken 7 it was like a full wall splat, and then yeah, they had to guess and sidestep or interrupt. But in this game, there is still like that counterplay, but when you guard break, you get it mixed up. You don't instantly get the wall splats. And in the open, it doesn't feel as strong because it seems like you have good counterplay to it. You can backdash into duck, and it seems that it beats several options, if not all of them. And then you have to react to the unblockable, which is something that will likely take some time for people to get used to. But at the wall, it feels like pretty real. So all of these Garuda Force moves, they feel like they have a purpose. It's not like just to spam it and it does everything for you. For example, this button here that I've been spamming against my friends, I later learned how to deal with it. And it seems that you can sidestep to your right to avoid it. Oops. Well, if you block it, that is, right? So it's not like you can just throw it out all the time because you can get punished for doing so. And you will think that, oh, you can just do the second hits and then stop there. Yeah, it's possible, but it's not like very rewarding. And it's quite risky because it's not like Devil Jin's back 4-2-1 string where you're only -10. It's a little bit more punishable than that. So it's not a good idea to use it like that, but it's a useful button in certain follow-up situations, especially when you do a hit dash like this one. You can do this as a follow-up. Oops. Let me do it again just to show you. Like that, you get a slightly more damage. There are other knockdown situations that this is also possible. So this button is for follow-ups. This other one here is for punishments. It's your 13 frames move. It gets enhanced and it goes into this stance. So each button has like a real purpose to them, and if you just waste it, it feels like, oh my god, I just wasted it. I have to get Garuda again, which is something that I wish was the case for Asuka and Brian, especially Asuka, because I played her in the beginning of Tekken 8. Oops, I hit my desk. And I felt like, oh, this is interesting, the way the install works, because I have to get it first, and then I have to think about how I'm going to use it. Will I use it for like a better pressure in the open, to whiff punish with 4-4-1+2, or to use it in the combo for more damage? And now it's kind of like Konga. You just use it and it has so many properties that it doesn't matter what happens, you're always winning. But that doesn't work the same way with Garuda Force here, where you actually have to use it with a little bit more thinking, or else you're going to waste it for no reason. So he has other stuff that is very useful in the open. For example, the Hell Sweep cancel, he can go into that and it's going to do a lot more damage. That is also seems to be useful in combos as an ender. And he has the guard break into the stance. That's how you get it, by the way. You cannot just do this in the open and get it. It's only during Garuda, it seems. So yeah, that's very interesting. Well, not that. This is not the guard break that I'm talking about. But yeah, all of these things make him quite fun to play. Summarizing, it's like I like the way I can play lane from mid-range. I like the fact that if they throw out dumb buttons, I can heavily punish them for it, or at least very reliably punish them. And I like the way his install is working at the moment. I'm still not a fan of how it's tied up to heats, because in the end it just makes heats last for much longer and linger after you use it, which is kind of bullshit. But at least the moves you have with it require a little bit more thinking. Maybe this will change in the future. Maybe I'm overlooking something stupid about it, but so far that's the first impressions that I have. So try him out. I made his second library sheet if you wanted to give him a try. So there's like explanation on how to use certain buttons, the combos. I put some simple combos over there, but I've been trying to do this one here that I'm showing you right now, which is very damaging, and it feels so satisfying to do. So yeah, another aspect was like the combo. I like the combos. I like the new guard break. I like a lot of things about Falcon, and that's something that I didn't expect. I thought that I was just going to, make his guide and be done with him, but right now I feel like playing him a little bit more.